we wrote a children's book.
We did write a children's book.
It's crazy to think how accessible like everything has like slowly transcended. Like you can do like
so many more things.
like-
Are you talking about like in the time period? Like now we're able to
now
do so many
compared to
things.
compared
yeah,
to like
absolutely.
20 years ago. I mean, people can record a whole album on their laptop. They can record a whole podcast like on their phone. They could do whatever they want. Even this podcast setup outside of the laptop.
Yep.
Probably costs like $100 to put together, and then all of a sudden we got a podcast.
Exactly.
So Fiverr. One of the things that we did with writing the children's book. So our mother Bergeron, if you're here,
Nancy Bergeron.
is a teacher.
Yep.
She works in the school
A
system.
teacher, a scholar, a mother, a daughter.
Okay.
No, but she's a teacher, and I think ever since we've been younger, she has always used the phrase. Do you want to go right into it? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
cool?
you can go right into it.
She always used the phrase called "ducks have ducks."
Yeah.
And basically, what it meant is that. So since she works in the school, she sees a lot of students, and then when their parents come to pick us up, and you can almost tell the behaviors from the child, from their parent,
Yeah.
exactly where they stem from.
Yeah.
And rather than if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Or the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Exactly. Instead of those two idioms, she used to just say ducks have ducks.
Yeah.
And I mean, for a
She
long.
was baffled that it wasn't a real phrase.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she had no
Baffled.
idea. She thought it was ducks have ducks. That's a real thing. People say it.
Yeah.
And since she said it to other people, some people like caught it to mind and would say it to her.
Yeah.
And she like didn't put two and two together that like, oh, they're just saying it because I said it, rather than they're saying it because it's a real thing.
Correct. Yeah. So it's so one of those that phrase just stuck with us. We just thought it was
Oh, yeah.
funny. She tried looking it up on Google. We tried looking it up on Google, and we're like, no, we
it's
think
not
you
a real
we
thing.
think you just made it up.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of the talks about it for the past couple years, and we said, you know what would be special, because our mom went through cancer.
Yep.
She went through a lot of things in general, just like her health, and she's been awarded many things being in the school system, whether it's she has a World Changer Award.
Yep.
And
She's done a lot of things.
she's done a lot
of good things.
and one of the things we wanted to do is show our appreciation to her. We thought, what better than to write a children's book
Dedicated
for a children's teacher.
For a children's teacher, yeah. I mean, she taught in the elementary school system for a long time, and now she's
20 years, almost 20 years now.
since I was in first grade, so
Yeah.
I was 5, so now I'm
Yeah.
25. Yeah, 20
Yeah,
years.
20 years, yeah.
And now she works in the kindergarten school
Yeah.
system, which is still a part affiliated with her school that
Yeah.
she did before. But yeah, so we wanted to show her appreciation, and we created a children's novel
Yeah.
called Ducks Have Ducks, and we gave it to her for her birthday because we felt like her birthday was always just coincided with Christmas and then the New Year, and then it's the day after the New Year,
Yeah,
and we're like,
yeah,
we're
her
never gonna-
birthday's literally January 2nd, so everyone
Yeah.
gets super tanked the 31st,
Yep.
feels hungover, and still kind of feeling it until the 2nd.
And then they usually have like work the next day,
Yeah.
you know, whatever it
Yeah.
is. I know I had to work on her birthday.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So we got together last Sunday.
Yeah, I had to work too, yeah.
Yeah, we got together last Sunday, and we threw a duck themed party, and it was incredible, right? We had yellow and white balloons that
Yeah.
my wife got. We scattered 50 yellow ducks, little squeakers, some unicorn ducks, yellow ducks, a sports duck
Yeah.
that she ended up taking home, and then we had like just a whole setup of ducks, and then after dinner we gave her the book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I know. So like I said, we have been talking about it being in the process for a while, being like a Christmas gift or birthday
2 or
gift.
3 years now.
And when we sat down, we're like, we have to do this. Let's do this. Like, let's because what happens is I looked at it just because I'm used to being a project manager. So I look at the lead times and look at how long something's going to take.
process.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, all right, so if we get an artist, I've been looking, I've been scouting out. So Fiverr has a lot of freelance artists.
Yep.
So you're able to go on there, find people, and you reach out and
They're
say,
looking
hey,
for work,
like, yeah,
whatever
and
it is,
I
yeah.
would like to get this drawing or this, whatever made or a song made, how much you charge, and then it also gives tiers as to, if you spend more money, you get more stuff.
Correct.
So I looked at it and I saw one that was like 30 days. 30, not even business days, just 30 days in general.
Yep.
And then on top of that, you have to think about ordering the book and having it binded and having it printed. So I was like, all right, it's October. We got to get this done. So we sat down and cranked out this book.
Cranked it out. I mean, we got together one day and we were like, all right, what are we gonna do? We need a concept for the book because it can be a children's book, but like it has to have some sort of depth to it, or it's just gonna go under the water.
It's gotta have that typical like children's story where there's like a lost character and then he tries to find his way and then he finds himself at the end, or
exactly
there's a overlying moral or
theme that's running through the book. So we got together, and I think it took us maybe an hour to get started.
Yeah,
and then 3 hours to get together all the notes for every single page, because I think your girlfriend was taking all the notes for it.
Yeah, because we wrote 20 pages on this book.
Was it 20 pages?
Yeah, 20 pages.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No way.
So we sat down and we said, all right, we're going to think of a concept. We had a couple concepts thinking, and we'll tell you what the actual concept of the book. We're just trying to give the whole – I'm sure some of you listening, like I was talking to you earlier about this, like some people listening are looking for like a – developed like idea, so like to hear all the small little aspects of it, even if it takes 15 minutes. And I just I think it would be nice to dive deep into this the whole thought process and how our heads were spinning for 6 weeks. So we had two ideas. Because Ducks Have Ducks, we thought it would either be fun to do there's a teacher with her students, and she's just kind of chuckling to herself. The ducks have ducks, and then the children ducks get picked up by their adults. And then the adults are very similar in trait to the younger ones.
Correct.
And then the other concept we had was ducks have ducks, dogs have dogs, cats have cats, and there's a
plethora of animals that coincide with the younger animal or whatever it is. Kind of the same concept, but like figuring out if you wanted to stick with the duck or if we wanted to branch out to different animals. And we decided to just kind of stay true to what it was, because the phrase isn't monkeys have monkeys. It's ducks have ducks. So we said, you know what? We're going to stick with the characters being all ducks.
And we thought it would be cool too to have each of the ducks in the classroom be each one of our kids plus one, and they're plus ones.
Exactly.
So you and your wife, me and my girlfriend, and each character has a different trait to itself. So we said, it would be interesting if the story where your character's late and kind of like disorganized, kind of how you are in real life.
And that sounds like
and then running late to everything, and then your dad duck is late to come pick you up. So all the ducks are getting picked up one at a time. And then mine, the ongoing joke is I have a small mouth and a big head.
Which you've been saying ever since you were younger. I mean,
mildly accurate, because if I shave my beard, it's
accurate. It's the smallest mouth. You have a small mouth, you have small hands, and you got a big head. I mean, we've literally gotten a tape measure and wrapped it around your head to see the circumference of it.
It's vastly large.
Correct. So since we were doing that, the teacher is bringing the kids outside. We had Justin's duck to have a big beak, a small beak, a big head, and you were like intelligent. You were working on your homework. And as soon as the father duck comes, he's dressed up in a suit.
He's prompt. He's smart. He has big head as well.
Exactly.
And then we had my girlfriend be like kind of the fancy duck who's putting on her lipstick and has a dress.
Pretty dolled up one.
Everyone has like their uniformed outfit, but then she's the only one that has the all the ducks have a uniform, and then she's the only duck that has like an outfit, like a dress and everything.
Correct.
So
exactly.
And then Joanna is redheaded and mildly loud.
Mildly is not even. She's just loud.
She's just loud.
Yeah.
So we put it all together. You wrote most of the words with Joanna.
Correct. And, I sat down on my laptop. I think you and Kat had forwarded us the notes, and we said, okay, how can we, put this in a way that it's going to people are going to enjoy it as a children's book.
Yeah. And then from there. So we kind of fine-tuned everything. We sent it to the artist on Fiverr.
Yep.
Got her to send us a preview of what it's going to look like. We said, yay, nay. And then said, all right, proceed. And they're like,
I think there were 3 or 4 drafts
starter
before.
page.
Yeah, before we ended up getting the final product.
And then we got the final 2 weeks before her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Got it, finally received it in. I had to export everything to PDFs. I had to export everything in general. It was just like
Photoshop different lines and things that you didn't enjoy.
Add all the lines to everything, because it wasn't just the artwork. It wasn't just the artwork was by itself. Like there
Correct.
was no added lines.
No.
So we had to figure out what font, we had to figure out what size, what color,
Yep.
if there's a border around all the letters. And then when we finally got it all done, we sent it to Barnes and Nobles. And Barnes and Nobles,
He's gonna shit talk Barnes and Nobles. I just feel it coming.
I was so
Should I tear
stressed
up my
and
$50
pissed.
gift card? Because
Yeah.
we're pissed.
So I PDF the whole thing
Yep.
because they don't accept pictures. They only accept PDFs, which still baffles me.
Yep.
So because there's so many places where you can print albums and print other stuff that's so simplified, and you put it in and it shows you the preview in 3D. You can turn around the album, flip it over, open it up.
Yep.
This was literally a blind throw in the PDF and hope it comes in good.
Correct.
And then they email me and go, "Oh, your cover isn't, oriented correctly. Like it's not the right size. So it's not the right size for how many pages you submitted. So if it was a 50-page book, it would have a bigger spine."
Yep.
So I was crying that I did it, but there was no selection to do 20 pages.
Exactly.
So then I'm like, all right, what did you want me to do? So then I finally fixed it, sent it back in, and then
It's almost like they kind of want you to like you can only submit like novels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Rather
that's how
than
it felt
like
like.
small children's books. You know what I mean?
So we finally sent it in,
Yep.
and then we kind of lied to my mother about like, hey, like, we're not sure when we can celebrate your birthday. So
Yeah, we'll do it Sunday. And she didn't know, but we were like, hopefully the fucking book comes in by then.
hopefully
But
it actually comes in. So we went in and we finally we got it on her birthday.
Yep.
And then we're like, all right, we're just gonna celebrate Sunday.
Exactly.
Because her birthday was
the 2nd, and we
which
celebrated
was
the 5th.
Wednesday or Thursday.
Yep.
And then we're like, all right, we're just gonna celebrate Sunday. We got it.
Exactly.
And then we get the book. Okay, this is what pisses me off about Barnes and Nobles. Barnes and Nobles has no preview at all when making this children's book.
Yeah.
So when you look at a book, typically there's like a little bit of writing on the left or right page.
Yep.
So the way it looked like when I submitted it, that page 1 was on the left and page 2 was on the right. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you keep going through. Just the way like it looked like it was worded.
Yep.
We get it. I set it up that way. So now all the pages are off.
Exactly.
Like one page.
Page
Just
1 starts on the
singular
right, page
one
2 starts
side.
on the left. Yeah.
So then all of a sudden you flip through the pages and these grand scenes, because we had, so the book is 8.5 by 11, but like think of a piece
a
of
rectangle.
paper, but like
Yeah.
with the wide side, like the short side up. So all of a sudden we have these grand scenes that span across 2 pages.
Exactly.
That you have to flip one page to see the other
They got
half of
cut
it.
off because the first page started on the right-hand side.
So
on top of that, and a small couple errors that
Yeah.
we found when we actually started
Instead
reading
of
the book.
duckings instead of ducklings.
Yeah, so we had like one error here. We missed a comma here. So Joanna says we should show the book while we're talking about it.
We should.
We should.
We
I think the
should.
book's upstairs.
I-
Do you want me to grab it?
If you, yeah, if you want, it's in
Yeah.
the entertainment
Yeah.
station.
All right,
I'll keep
so,
talking.
Yeah,
I'll
keep
keep
talking.
venting.
Because
So,
you did most of this process.
so anyways, we received the book. It comes in and wrap it all up. And we gave it to my mom, and obviously this is not the process he was talking about. But we were so stoked. It's so funny because I should have just went upstairs and got it myself, because I can hear him like venting and walking and panting around trying to find the book. So we finally get the book all together. We wrap it. We give it to her, and you know what, Mom, if you're watching this, there were no tears. There was no crying. It was just, I guess it was just speechless. But you were like, oh, come back down. It's grab my laptop case. It's on the back pocket. So we give it to her. Shed no tears. Was completely like, she was in awe. Okay, she was in awe. She was blown away by it. But not one tear, Mom. Not one tear. Not for me, your son, your favorite son, and your second favorite son giving you this gift. It was just so depressing to not see her cry.
Mid-podcast, and I'm going on a fucking wild goose chase.
It's okay.
So this, I don't know if I should show it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll know what it looks like.
Oh, there you go. That looks a little bit
Yeah.
better. So that's the cover. But I don't know if you want to show anything of
No,
it.
you can't. I mean, we don't have to. We don't have to run through the whole thing. We don't even
Correct.
have to read it. If you guys
But-
want to read it,
Yeah, so basically what we're doing is we're getting this children's book published in honor of our mother.
Yep.
And so we're going to go through and refinalize it. and then we're going to try to get it published. So it's going to be for online purchase.
Yep.
Through probably Barnes and Nobles. Yeah.
So what they do is they offer a way. So if you upload your book to the website, you can publish it through them, and then what they do is they print to order. So if someone orders a book, they'll print it and then send it out within 2 weeks.
Yep.
Or 2 weeks. It's 7
Exactly.
to 10 business days, so it's the same difference. So, but yeah,
Yeah. So we created a children's novel.
we made a children's book.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucking
crazy.
impressive. And there's the card.
Ow.
And we enjoyed ourselves while we do it because we always love that creative spin-off, like
Well-
doing different things, breaking the monotony, and then like going through that creative process and actually like seeing the end result, and you're like, holy fuck, I feel so good, you
Accomplished.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, accomplished is a perfect
because
word.
I think
Yep.
with that being said, I think when we finished writing the book, we were so motivated and excited to do things
Yep.
that like we were stoked to work on the podcast. The
Yeah.
podcast was kind of branched off of this.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? After tonight,
Was it after that we
right
started
after,
the podcast,
yeah, it was
right?
something,
Or we wanted to start the podcast.
around the same time. So we literally said, we sat down and said, you know what, like. This felt that when we wrote the book, we said this felt so great.
Yep.
We need to work on something like a passion project. Us two, you know what I
Between
mean?
us both,
Something
yeah.
that we both enjoy. We both enjoy having these conversations. It's funny because we have these conversations about random shit
all the time.
all the time.
Yeah, literally.
And then
when
it's
we get
cool
together.
to have this to kind of like instigate it. You know what I mean? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I at least see you once a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for those of you that want to get Ducks Have Ducks, I think it should be all set within the next week or two.
Yeah, we might be finalizing it probably
Maybe
tonight.
tonight, yeah.
So maybe in a week or two. I know John's asking where it would be.
Yeah.
Heather, thank you very much. She's saying a beautiful tribute to your
Yeah.
mother.
Yeah. Well, the beautiful thing too was when she presented at school. So she showed everyone. Everyone was really excited.
Oh my
and
God.
blown
when we
away.
gave it to her, she was hugging the
She-
book.
she-
I don't know
like
if you
a
said it
teddy
while I was
bear, yeah.
upstairs, but
No.
it was precious.
So someone said, "Oh, ducks truly have ducks."
Yes,
meaning
now-
like
now
her
it's a
kids. No, meaning her kids.
Yeah.
Are like she's such a wonderful woman, beautiful woman that her
Gotcha,
kids
gotcha.
to give such a nice tribute is kind of a representation of you.
Yeah. And now, I don't know if you said this either because I was upstairs and
Yeah.
couldn't hear you, but now, like, the phrase is coined. It's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
a book, so now she can say ducks have ducks, and if anyone asks, go like, oh, I've never heard that phrase.
Oh.
You never heard that phrase?
It's a children's-
children's novel. Like, come
And
on.
That was part of the surprise for her because she got the book
Yeah.
and then was like kind of baffled by it. She was kind of confused looking at it, thinking we found a book with her phrase.
No, we didn't find a fucking
no,
book
we
with
had
her
to
phrase.
we had to write a book.
We had to write a book to be able to get the phrase coined and trademarked. So we might do that. We might even do future books with Ducks Have Ducks.
Yeah.
We don't know, you know. It was a fun process. So we'll have to
Definitely
see
was.
where life takes us.
Yeah.
But for now, we're doing the podcast.
Well, now we're doing the podcast for all y'all.